Welcome into the Commanders Report. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today, we're going to be talking extension candidates for your Washington Commanders here in 2025. Got 5 players on the Commanders roster that I would consider giving a new contract to this offseason or during the season. That is, if they earn it. But before we get into the content today, guys, I would greatly appreciate if you click that subscribe button and join our family today. We got over 41,000 subscribers here on the Commanders Report. We are the fastest growing Commanders channel anywhere on YouTube. It's all 100% free to join. And what you guys get when you join is you get daily Commanders videos every single day, OTA updates, the latest surrounding trade rumors, all that great stuff, breaking news coverage. Say if they trade for Trey Hendrickson, we'll go live for that. Speaking of live, we go live every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern for the Commanders Report live shows. So I really do appreciate your guys' support. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already and join our family today. All right, now let's get into the first one. It's obvious, right? Terry McLaurin is the guy that the Commanders are honed in on to get a contract extension done with this offseason. It might be the case that Terry's the only one that gets an extension before the season begins. And it certainly seems like Terry, that he feels like, it's due that he gets paid because he has been somebody that has endured a lot of poor quarterback play over the years here in Washington and has still been an incredible producer. And then, last year was awesome again. So mark my words on this, guys. This is going to get done. The Washington Commanders, they're trying to win now. They know Jaden Daniels is on his rookie contract. They want to make the most of it over the next 4 years, and it's not exactly a great idea to risk losing, your number one weapon for that quarterback heading into a season where you're trying to win a Lombardi trophy. And McLaurin knows that. He's coming off a great season, 13 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards again. He's just an awesome player, great deep threat, really well-rounded wide receiver, and a true alpha as far as I'm concerned. One of the potentially 10 best wide receivers in football and one of the most underrated receivers in all of football. Now, when it comes to what the price tag is going to look like, Ben Standig from The Athletic says to expect Terry's extension to be somewhere between what T. Higgins got this year at $28.75 million per year and $33 million per year, which is what DK Metcalf got with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I'm absolutely willing to pay that if I'm the Washington Commanders. He's an absolutely phenomenal player, and, it's the win now window, man. You got to pay up for players, and I know Terry's getting up there in age a little bit here, but he's still a hell of a player. He's a team captain for you, and he's an absolute necessary piece for you if you want to win a Super Bowl in 2025. So if I'm the Commanders, I'm paying up. But what say you guys? If McLaurin's saying you got to pay me $33 million per season, or I'm walking, or I'm going to ask for a trade or whatever, what are you going to do? Are you signing him or are you not? Give me a yes or a no down there in the comments section. Is McLaurin worth $33 million per season? This will be the pinned comment on today's show. YouTube is going to throw you an ad break here in just a few seconds. And when they do that, just go down there in the comment section while the ad is playing and give me a yes or a no. Second extension candidate. How about the wide receiver, too, for the Washington Commanders here, man? Now, Deebo is one of these guys here where they're not going to extend him before the season because he needs to prove himself. He didn't have his best season in San Francisco last year, and, the Commanders believe in him, and they did trade a draft pick for him, and because of that, if he plays well during the season, it would not shock me at all, especially for the right price. The Commanders would think about extending him in the middle of the season. Like if he is your absolute workhorse on those early down wide receiver screens, and if he's really an absolute dog run blocker and all these different things that he brings to your offense and the versatility, and he's just a piece that you don't want to lose in the 2026 offseason, if he really shows out and shows himself to be worthy of a contract extension here, it would not shock me at all if in the middle of the season he ends up getting locked up, and you lock up your number one and number two receivers in this offense for the foreseeable future. Now, like I said, Deebo's going to have to earn it. Like he's going to have to prove that like he's an indispensable kind of entity in this offense. And, I do expect him to have a very unique role in Cliff Kingsbury's offense on orbit motions, jet sweeps, the early down wide receiver screen work. He's going to be a very crucial element of that. And then I also think the route that is going to make him a king here in Washington is going to be the dig route, because that gets him the ball in space when Jaden Daniels uses his excellent mental processing to get him the ball in space there on the backside read. And I think that he's going to be an absolute monster in this offense this year. If you agree with me on that, and you think Deebo is going to be great in this Commanders offense this year, you can get his jersey today from our friends at Fanatics when you go to chatsports.com/Deebo. That is our special link that I'm going to put in the comments and description of today's show. And if you guys click that link, it's right below me right here, chatsports.com/Deebo, and you make a purchase, Fanatics sends us here at the Commanders Report part of the proceeds of your purchase. So not only are you getting a Deebo Samuel jersey for yourself, but you're also helping out our channel. All right, so if you want to help yourself and you want to help us out at the same time while also getting a Deebo Samuel jersey in your closet, go chatsports.com/Deebo to make it happen now. Another potential extension candidate that I think could happen in the middle of the season is B-Rob, Brian Robinson Jr. Now, running back is a position that's relatively replaceable, and B-Rob is, at least to this point in his career, has been, let's just say, unremarkable. He's not a star in the league. He's a very functional starting running back, all right? And we love B-Rob on this channel. We have our own chant for him, B-Rob, 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 B-Rob. We love B-Rob chants on this channel. But he's going to have to earn his spot on this team moving forward this year, and he knows it, all right? Cliff Kingsbury has talked about at Commanders OTAs this week how focused he is this offseason to really prove himself. And, he is going into a contract year last year, just under 800 yards and 8 touchdowns as the number one running back for this team. And with guys like Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt on this team, that could be up-and-coming type of players, B-Rob's going to have to prove himself. And if he proves to be like a really take that next step as a running back, it wouldn't necessarily shock me if for the right price he decided to come back to the Washington Commanders and they end up locking him up long term if they feel like he is the perfect fit for this offense. I wouldn't exactly say this one is super likely. If I'd have to guess right now, I think B-Rob probably hits the open market next year. But you never know, and I'm definitely rooting for B-Rob this season. Then we get to Tress, the punter, and Tress is getting older, and he's had some, up and down seasons over the last kind of couple years, but last year he was back to being excellent. He was really, really good, and he no longer wears the number 5, so producer Lopez, a big L for him there for using an old photo, but he's still one of the best punters in the league, okay, and he is somebody that if comes out and has another really good season, wouldn't be surprised at all if we get word at some point here that the Commanders want to keep him here for the long haul and want to make him a Commander for life, all right? So I could certainly see that. Then another special teams player that I could see get an extension, especially for the right price tag, a team-friendly deal, Jeremy Reeves, the special teams ace. Reeves has been, one of the best special teams players in the league for a long time, even going back to the Ron Rivera days. And he is, a real good locker room presence. People love this guy in the Commanders locker room. He's a team captain. He's the type of guy people want in the Commanders locker room every single year. So, if he wants to come back on a team-friendly deal on something that's fair for a special teams ace, I would not be opposed to that whatsoever. To keep a guy like this in your building is absolutely something that would be worth it to me. But let me know down there in the comment section. Besides Terry McLaurin, we all want Terry to get extended, all right? But besides Terry, which Commanders player would you like to see get extended this year? Is it Tress? Is it Jeremy Reeves? Is it Deebo Samuel? Is it Brian Robinson Jr.? Is it somebody else? Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. And that'll be it for today's edition of the Commanders Report by Chat Sports. Make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already for in-depth and informative Commanders content on this channel every single day.